And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case.
Breaking this evening, the President of the United States in a new video posted to social media saying there will likely be more U.S. deaths following Saturday's military operation in Iran, going on to say America will avenge their deaths. We've learned today that 3 U.S. service members were killed and 5 others were seriously wounded, according to U.S. Central Command. Thanks for joining us here at 6:30. I'm Alex Dieterer. These deaths mark the first American casualties reported in the conflict. More than 200 people have been killed since the start of the strikes that killed Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and other senior leaders, according to Iranian leaders. Now, these images coming in overnight from Jerusalem show a new wave of violence unfold after the coordinated attacks. The White House has said part of the goal with the Iran strikes is regime change. In response, Iran has vowed to avenge their Supreme Leader's death, firing missiles at Israel and the Persian Gulf. ABC's Johnny Fernandez has more.
Today, as the U.S. and Israel carry out a new round of strikes in Iran, news comes that U.S. service members have been killed and others seriously wounded in Kuwait, according to government officials. On Saturday, the president cautioned Americans that there would be risk.
The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future.
Today, the president praising the military on social media, saying, quote, "We have destroyed and sunk 9 Iranian naval ships, some of them relatively large and important." Images showing some of that damage. The fighting intensified after a targeted strike killed Iran's supreme leader over the weekend. ABC News has learned the CIA had been tracking him for months, according to a person familiar with the intelligence. A move that sparked Iran's vow of retaliation. Overnight, Iranian leaders threatened U.S. forces and allies. President Trump issued a direct warning, saying if Iran strikes, the United States will respond with a force that has never been seen before. Iran's response?
We are defending ourselves, and we have every right, every legitimate right to defend ourselves. What the United States is doing is an act of aggression. What we are doing is the act of self-defense. There are huge differences between these two.
Multiple countries across the Gulf have seen Iranian drone and missile attacks, mostly aimed at U.S. bases across the region. In Israel, 9 people were killed from a strike outside Jerusalem. Protests filling city streets across Europe and the U.S. in support of the Iranian people. President Trump now saying Iranian leaders want to talk after this weekend's strikes. He has agreed to engage, according to The Atlantic. A senior official telling ABC News that the president wants to speak to new potential leadership in Iran. Johnny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Secretary of State Marco Rubio are expected to brief Congress on the full operation Tuesday afternoon.